Well, hello people. Yeah, the surroundings look a little bit different today, as welcome back to episode number 5 of season number 5, all the 5s, for a new club. But this is club number 4, not club number 3, as we are at Juventus. And yes, I'm going to call them Juventus, even though it is Piemonte Calcio on FIFA. Welcome to this career mode. So you might be joining the channel from seeing the Juventus save and thinking, what's happening here? How come I'm only watching 5 seasons in? Well, I'll tell you why. Because it's a road to glory. We've been at other clubs before we've come to Juventus, as we have rejoiced? Is that the right word to use? I'm going to use it anyway. We've rejuvenated this new squad. We've hopefully got it playing. We've had it. We've built a team. We're going to go into our first game today, as we are the new manager of Juventus, of Pi, and we've got a big budget as well that we can spend, of course. But we sit 6th in Serie A. We've got a job to do. We, of course, dropped Ajax when we were top of the league. Dropped, that's a harsh word to say, but yeah, that's what we did. As today's fixtures are Atalanta. I don't know what they're called in FIFA, but they've got a weird emblem. As Empoli are after that. Spartak Moscow away in the Champions League. We are back in the Champions League. I think bottom of the group, or joint bottom. Not where we want to be. With Hellas Verona after that. And then Fiorentina away. So I'm going to play Atalanta, Fiorentina. You can see both of them are above us, called Bergamo Calcio. And then, of course, the Champions League game. Now we're back in the competition, as we played Sparta last year with Ajax. It's gone full circle. But I am extremely hyped for this, as look how many players we're getting on international duty as well. We've got to do some damage, as Dybala's welcoming me. The future is exciting, mate. I mean, he's probably not going to be in it. He's 31. I'm still going to use him now, of course, as we drop to 8th. Now games have gone on around us, but let's see how we can start our Juventus reign. I'm just dead excited to jump straight into this. And if you are wanting to see the objectives that we have for, well, set by the board, not that we've set them at all, you'll have to go to the last episode to see that when we join them right at the death, as we've got to get this first team ready. It's on the day, and I think I'm going to go with this, even though there is a couple of tired players in there. I'd rather not have tired. Cunha, Delict and Dani Carvajal is aging, to be fair. I honestly don't know where to sign as well when we need to sign. Maybe we need to get rid of a lot of players before we do that, as it's Wojciech Szczesny in goal, Dani Carvajal, Eric Konza, Delict and Proud in defence, with Emi Buendia, Marcos Soler, Locatelli and Kowaleski on the wing, with Paulo Dybala supporting Matheus Cunha. What a team! What a team to just step into. I mean, with Ajax, we stepped into a dying team. It was dying a little bit. We've revived it, but we've dropped it, of course, as well. So, can't take all the credit. Hopefully, the manager going into Ajax does a good job, and hopefully we do a good job here in our first Serie A outing with Juventus. And it is a battle of the unlicensed clubs. As can we recognise anyone? Fabinho is there. Milot Rajika on the back row. They're the only in-game faces I recognised, with Vlachimos in goal, the Benfica keeper, of course. It's Gigot, Norman and Lenglet as a 3 at the back. Horta, Fabinho, Dirun and Politano in the midfield, with Rajika and Goncalves supporting up front. Number 20, Jimenez. Let's see how we do in our first game in charge. Come on! Not going to lie, a bit of a kit clash, but what can you do now you're in the game? As Locatelli straight into Kowaleski, and let's go with this. Eric Konza. I just want to get these players knocking the ball around quicker. It does feel a lot quicker than the rest of the teams we've managed. I can tell you that already, literally 2 minutes in. The players just seem more solid until Soler gives it away. And Jimenez to run at us right here, as these are going to go direct. 3 at the back, of course. We can attack them, but when they attack, they're going to get players forward, as they had a man around there, Politano, but Proud makes a brilliant tackle with a pass down the line, not reaching his man in Emi Buendia. Is going to make another tackle as Proud, and that's a good one into Locatelli. Turns with the ball into Matheus Cunha, as he's going to look for a ball down the line. Fouled, but Emi Buendia carries on, and Emi Buendia's got to get to this one, and he does. Cuts inside himself, does the Argentine, into Matheus Cunha, going for a shot. Went for the angle, got it, but couldn't shoot. Really not the best of kick clashes right here, I've got to say. I don't know how this has been allowed to go on, as it's into Jimenez now. It's round the corner. Politano! Just over the crossbar. First chance to Atalanta. With our overpowered squad, they shouldn't be getting any, as Eric Konza gives it away as well. Shot from range! And we are 1-0 down in our first game at home. Of course that was going to happen. Of course it was. Jimenez with it. But I'm not going to panic. It's an individual error from Eric Konza, though, that one. And the shot is into the back of the net. We're getting the ceramic replay, of course, now in Serie A. Very, very nice. But not which net it's in. As we've got to try and get back into this somehow. Matheus Cunha gives it down the line to Kovalevski. As Kovalevski is going to cut in. Please tell me if I'm saying that name wrong. Oh, that is dirty. Fabinho is going to get booked for that, as we're going to take the free kick very quick. Locatelli into the side. Eric Konza's got some redeeming to do in his first game under my management. As Emi Buendia with a good turn. Argentines linking up. Buendia knocks the ball in. Cunha with a header. It's going to fall close to Dybala, who can't really get there, and we still keep the move alive until tackled. And Rijika to pass it across and out of danger. Even I'll admit that, as Locatelli goes across the field into Carlos Soler. I've been calling him Marcos Soler. It's Carlos. As Buendia cuts inside. Cunha the ball. And I think that's Andres Cunha, not Matheus. Why am I getting names wrong? As Perraud drops that off to the edge of the box right here. Buendia has the run of Locatelli on. It's going to go into Kovalevski with a Rabona. It just hits the post behind the goal. No, it wasn't Rabona. It was just a really quick turn. Never mind. It was so close. And should have gone in, as now Paulo Dybala. Look at that. Ref, have a word. He's going to snap his legs off in a minute, as we've got the ball down the line into Dani Carvajal. It's into Matheus Cunha. Shocking touch. Danilo 2.0 maybe, as Fabinho does receive it, and it's a ball forward. We've had all the possession. We deserve to be winning this, but somehow we're losing. As Rijika with the first time ball over the top, headed by Goncalves. Straight down to Szczesny, and he's got injured in the progress there, striker. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to kick this ball out. I really need a goal, as it stopped anyway for the injury. You never do like to see those in football, but it's happened. It's a bad one, I think, for Goncalves, as Zakagni comes on, I think. And Dybala with a terrible ball across field. We're going to win that with Locatelli, though. Down to Matheus Cunha, and we've got the run on this right-hand side. Can we get one before half-time? Perfect time to get one. Kovalevski whipping the ball in. Can't even beat one of the three centre-backs in Gigo, who gets it away as well. Milo Rijika chips it over us. These have three defenders. We need to be doing a lot better than this, unless they are wing-backs. It doesn't seem like they're playing wing-backs in this game so far, as that's a good ball over the top to Milo Rijika again. Rijika's going to whip that short, and Ezri Konza to head that away. We're not really going to get time, are we? Just going to whack that forward for 1-0 at half-time. The battle of the non-licensed clubs is going Atalanta's way. As, is there any changes we can really make? I mean, I'd like to put Tammy Abraham on, and screw it. I'm going to put Tammy Abraham on. Give Cunha a bit of a rest, and Weston McKennie maybe later, maybe a Kone for a bit of pace. We've got the players on the bench, but just one change so far at the Waldstadion. Of course, it's called that right now, as they're going to get the free kick straight away. And what are they going to do from this? Rijika to kick one in. Locatelli with a header away, straight onto Marcos Soler. Marcos Soler needs to drop that off onto Tammy. And let's try and get forward a little bit, shall we? Kovalevski into Tammy Abraham. Abraham in front of him to Dybala. Could do with a goal straight away. Darun watches. There's a ball out wide right here to Politano as well. Politano trying to get inside. He's got the ball into Darun, you know, and that's passed straight to De Ligt. The Dutch players linking up like they're in the international team, as this is a break as well. Emi. What can Emi do right here? He's going to have to cut back with it a little bit, I think. That pass. And Jimenez to run away from us right here, almost an hour in. As Locatelli makes a tackle. I think they're making a change. Yeah, Darun comes off. Maybe we need to make another one soon as well, as Gigo gets it from the throw-in. Moranchuk on the field right now. Decent player himself, as Fabinho with a pass into Horta. Atalanta just seem very, very well drilled, and we can't get the ball off them as we do now. Locatelli into Kovalevski. That's a very dodgy touch. Gives it straight to Fabinho. Zakacci plays a 1-2. We still got the ball. He's hit the crossbar and it's bounced out. Terrible defending, but somehow we survive again. As can we counter-attack from this? Emi Buendia just needs to get running, and there's no real option for him to pass it backwards. We've got too many wingers marking us up. As now Carlos Soler in the middle, though. We've got a man in front of us in Dybala. Can we get it through? We can't. Forced to Tammy still, though. No Buendia out wide. Terrible tackle. And I'll take the advantage, please, although we're going to keep the ball somehow. Tammy on the edge. Tammy goes for a shot. Saved. As the cavalry is being called upon. We're going to have Weston McKennie and Jonathan Ikone coming on for Buendia and Carlos Soler. As we've got a chance right here as well. Whipping a ball in. That's not Tammy Abraham's head, is it? That's the Atalanta's boy, as it's headed straight down to Locatelli on the turn. Oh my days, that would have been some goal, that one, if it went in, but of course, blocked right there. So we've got a corner from it. Locatelli, Tammy Abraham there, and it's just gone away from De Ligt. That was kind of a chance, but we are dominating. We need at least a point from our first game, don't we, as Tammy gets this out to Ikone. Can we get something here? Jonathan Ikone putting it across the box. Odzis jumps up and saves that. Has Valachimus gone off, or is that just his like first name or something? I don't have a clue. As please win that header. We do. Still not landing to our players' feet though, as we've got 10 minutes left, and it might be a defeat and an upset on the well, it's not an upset. They're above us in the league. We've joined Juventus for a reason. They sacked their manager. They were not doing well. So don't expect it to turn around straight away, as Dybala does have it though here. Chips that over the top to Danny Carvajal, who keeps that with some great touches. Locatelli into Paulo Dybala, around the corner into Locatelli again. Passing's good. Abraham out wide. Good touch from Kovalevsky. Whips it across the box. Can we win that? Dybala! It's saved again. And that was a big voice break, wasn't it? As we're going to whip this ball in again. Dybala to do it. Tammy underneath this. Cleared away. Can't dominate the game more than we are doing already. As can we do something in the last? Dybala trying to force it through to Tammy right here, as there's 2 added minutes. And it's Politano running away with it into Zakni. We've got a tackle in. Please add a lot of stoppage time. 2 minutes. Not much. We've just got to drill past this forward. Dybala around the corner. It's still falling to Locatelli though. Into Kovalevsky, and he's lost it. He's actually lost it, and that's going to be game, isn't it? They could even get a second if we're not careful. It's Gomez out wide. We're going to have to watch him right here. Great tackle, Konza, but ultimately it's his mistake that's going to give us a loss on our first game in charge of Pi FC. It is Juventus 0, Atalanta 1 at home as well. Horrible start, but at least it can only get uphill from there. And we're actually 9th in the league on 9 points after that one. Not good. Not good at all. Saying that though, we're not out of the chase. The chase is still on. ITV 5 o'clock. As we're going to keep on going right here and see how we can do in our next game against Empoli. That one's going to be simmed. I could even rotate the squad as well. Got a lot of players on international duty right here. And just a lot of just players that I don't want. Like Bernadeschi. I'm sorry, I don't want him. Chanaloglu, maybe. Of course, he's got a bit of potential. We've got so many left backs, though. Someone has gone mental with the position. So I'm going to try and loan some players out. I'll keep all 3 keepers, and I'll quickly do this. And I have gone ahead and listed some players on the transfer list and for loan. Then players that definitely know not playing, as it's a decent free agent right there as well. Mauro Van Est, 73 rated. Let's take a little closer look at him, as there's a Chelsea one there. He's actually Italian, Salvatore De Angelis. I was looking at them too. Maybe he's just chosen Chelsea. I'm going to hold out on the region just for now, because that squad's monumentally big. And I don't think there's any chance in him playing, as Salzburg loaned for Marquez, our backup striker, which I did go ahead there and accept. So I've got to put a rotational side together now. Empoli, not the biggest of games. As we'll go with this, couple of changes, including Mbemba, Never at left back, Ikone and Alvarado, as Tammy Abraham starts up front. Buendia on the right. We're resting Dybala, Kovalevsky, resting them for the Champions League. We've still got the likes of Szczesny and De Ligt in the team, and the midfield duo of Locatelli and Carlos Soler, as it should be a win against Empoli. We're fully fit as well, as if we don't win this, oh my days, we don't win this. That's absolutely stupidly bad. As Cunha scores for us, Bajrami scoring for them. And you can see why Juventus wanted a new manager. This is terrible. However, it's on to the Champions League next. And yes, I was right, we're bottom of the group. As we play top of the group, Spartak Moscow actually doing okay for themselves. As we've got a transfer offer for Yuri Brčiće, 5.6 million. That's the left back. I'm definitely accepting that. That's good money for him. 35-year-old, mind you, as we've got to get a team together now as well for this game, because I think this is what I'm going to go with. It's the same team we started the Atalanta game with, so see how it does. I mean, I changed it and it still didn't work, so I wasn't too hopeful, as it's Szczesny, Carvajal, Konsa, De Ligt, Perraud, Buendia, Soler, Locatelli and Kovalevsky, Dybala and Matteo Carlos, whatever his first name is. It's Cunha up front. And Spartak's team is Maximienko in goal. He was in net against us last time we played them. And we'll see the team on the follow-up. It's going to be Raskolov, Kaufrez, Maslov, Ayrton, Mizrov, Umarov, Kinsey-Promes in CDM, Lotkomoviski, Till, and I didn't see the striker. I was too busy struggling with other names, as hopefully we don't struggle in this game. It is now 2 games, 0 wins in charge of Juventus. It's got to be better than that. As Kovaleski has the ball to start us off with right here. Into Paulo Dybala, into Soler. And I know anything can happen in the Champions League. PSG and Man City try to buy it every year and still can't win it. So the squad depth means nothing if you're looking at that, because I'm not going to lie, when I looked at the squad coming into this, I thought this would be a dazzle. It is not. It is far from so far. As Eric Konza with the ball around the corner. Carvajal into Kovaleski. Kovaleski gives it on to Cunha, and that's a great little takeaway from the defender. That was really sleek skill. Not the greatest of passes though, but we still do have the ball. Cunha trying to look for an angle and takes a shot on. Maximenkovic with a shot, and that's a corner ball. Right, can we do something from these? We've got De Ligt in the box. It's going to go towards him. And Maslov to head it away still though. Till on the follow-up. Really trying as... Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. Ayrton with a good run there. I thought it was offside. Into Mirzov. And they've passed it straight to Eric Konza, who doesn't pass it straight back to them. So that's a good sign this game, as that's a good ball. Well, it was from Cunha, but straight into the path again of one of their players. We need to just try and get around them somehow, as Buendia with a slow run right here. He's going to try and pass it in the middle. They all just seem defensive against us, which to be fair makes sense, as Kovaleski wins that. On to Cunha, down the line, and Dani Carvajal with a run right here. Do we change formation? Maybe that's the thing. As Carvajal with a good ball in the middle though. Cunha goes for a 1-2 with Dybala, and he's missed. That's the best move we've had so far in charge of this club, and he misses it like that. That is shocking. As we should be 1-0 up in this competition now, as Raskatov passes it into the middle. It's on to Ponis as he tries to put one across. Kovaleski, easy cut out. Paulo Dybala to run, and that was a good little acceleration right there. And we can get this out wide, you know. We can go for a move. It's Emi Buendia. Buendia through that gap into Mateus Cunha. Oh, and the final ball. I tell you what, it's not improving. Had to have scored as Buendia puts it down as well onto Cunha, and what is that pass? What is that pass? Or a man in front of him and he tries to pass it to Dybala. Shocking footballers. It's almost half-time though. Kinsey-Promes into Till, who drills it across the field into Ayrton, who's going to give it back into Kaufrez. I'm just trying to nick this ball from them somewhere and try and get on a little bit of an attack, but they're doing very well at keeping it, as Till round the corner into Umarov. Out to Mirzov. This ain't good. As the half-time whistle goes as well, and it's 0-0. I mean, they are top of the group, but in my eyes, and I'm sorry to say it, always in my eyes, Spartak Moscow are a team you have to beat in Europe. It should be 3 points in the group. Of course, the other teams we play the best team in Austria, which I still can see as beat. Well, I say that, we're not winning this one, but I hope we can beat in RB Salzburg. And then we have Manchester United, which is going to be the biggest challenge of them all, as Till into Promes. They're going to start off with the ball in this second half as well, as Ponce gives that out wide to Mirzov. Mirzov to try and run down this line. We're going to try and get across to him. Chipped over the top. Eric Konza gets away. And Till with the ball through the middle onto Ponce, onto Promes. As they're looking for little gaps, you can just tell they're rebuilding with the ball after being dominated that first half, as Konza gets it onto Carlos Soler though, and we're the team doing most of the counter-attacking, which I don't like to admit, as Buendia gives it into Mateus Cunha, turns, Dybala onto Kovaleski, Dybala again onto Mateus Cunha. This is good football, you know. Buendia passes it backwards into Soler, onto Cunha, he's trying to look for an angle, and it required stopping, as it's going to be a corner. It told us to take Kovaleski off. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take the corner though, into the front post. Dybala with the header! And he's not the tallest of players, but he's got us in the lead in the Champions League right here. The captain with an amazing header. You don't expect that from him. They look gutted. What a goal for us that is, as Tammy Abraham's going to come on. Bigger threat from corners, and I have no idea how he's won that. Keeper in no man's land. Juventus 1, Moscow 0. And even if it is a 1-0, a win is just the most important thing for my management at the moment, not just this club, as Carvajal gets that across into Mirzov. Well, Carvajal were chasing Ayrton, who had the ball, as he's going to win that. Is the right back? Yes, he is. Into Dybala, down the line to Kovaleski. And we're going to try and keep running at them. They've gone attacking. Left Tammy, who's not the fastest of players, through the middle though. And he's actually in front of all the defenders. Tammy Abraham. It's off the crossbar. What a chance for two. And a chance you should be scoring as De Ligt gives it into Locatelli. Still going to try and create something. They've gone all out attack. As if Tammy's onside here. It could be another. And it is. And he is onside. Big Tammy Abraham joins in the fun off the bench. If you expect him to score, it's expected off the ground. But no. Can do it with his feet as well. Very slick finish. Look at this. It's just a turn in the middle. Now we can get Kovalevsky off. And it's a good finish at the near post of the keeper. Is Tammy our starting striker? Who knows? Who actually knows? As Emi Buendia now on to Carlos Soler. That's not a very good pass though. Murzov. And we don't want to put ourselves in a bit of danger at the end of this game. We don't. We avoid it. Buendia on to Abraham. That's a great touch in front of his man, you know. As he's going to keep on accelerating his Tammy. Keep on going, Abraham. Keep on going. Just chip that across into the front post and we'll whack it across. What a fingertip save. Couldn't get the tap in with Weston McKennie, just too far away. This is how I want my team to play. This is how I want this high-rated team to play. It's really good footballers. Carvajal wins that as well onto Locatelli. He's going to give it into Tammy Abraham. Abraham one more onto Emi Buendia as we're going to try and go down this wing. Fake shot. Passes it in the middle to Tammy. This is good. Oh, pass messed up though, and I would have preferred that to be a 3. If we could make it 3, that would be a very good result. But 2 is fine. As Lomotkivitsigi with the ball. Don't know how to say that name. Raskavozov running down the wing. Don't want to go fully across and commit myself, but they've crossed it in. Szczesny with a punch, which I don't expect from him. Should be actually catching that. And they could get a 1 to end the game with here. Szczesny with a good save that time. And we're going to head it away. Little late scare for a consolation from them. But it's a 2-0 win. And a very good 2-0 win to get us off bottom of the group. Big result. And there is our first win as boss of Juventus. Very nice. Just took a while as Roland Mandragora has a loan deal in from Atletico Madrid. That's a good one. We don't want a loan to buy though. We just want a normal. As it's straight on to Hellas Verona 2 days after as well. So we'll have to rotate for this as Napoli want Akari on loan. That can be arranged as well. No loan to buy, of course. I want these players back because when they're better, we can sell them on for more money. As Hellas Verona's team's going to have to be heavily rotated, or our team against Hellas Verona. We'll go with that, and I think that's maybe it. Maybe no, maybe I'll make another change. It's a bit risky, but I'm going to put Ravella in the midfield for Locatelli, as we'll go with that. So it's Ravella, Ikone, and Abraham that have changed around, and I'm actually going to just, because I'm paranoid we won't do well up front, I'm going to switch them around. Kovalevsky plays Cam, or actually, he can't go into centre forward. He plays Cam. That's what he plays. Hellas Verona at home needs to be a win. These are in 12th in the league. We've got to just rock it up there if we can, as it's a 1-1 draw, and Soler's missed a penalty. Can you believe it? Kovalevsky, it's a good job I changed him to Cam because we wouldn't have a goal if we weren't in that position. Illich with theirs. Not good enough in the league. It's like when we're not there from the start of a save, we don't do well in the save, as it's straight onto another game after that, as well as Latium. That's Lazio wanting Ragushin on loan. And this is actually one I don't mind being a loan to buy. 9 million as a minimum. I'll accept that as a Marquez. They've accepted that 2-year Salzburg loan. Off he goes. And we're not the only big team doing bad at the moment. You can see Milan is just above us in 10th. Still, they're above us, which I don't like, as Fiorentina are in 6th. And we've just got to get a performance out like we did against Locomotive. But just, if we start off like we did when we were in the flurry of goals, we should be perfect. We should be stomping this league. As it's back to the normal, Locatelli in, and Dybala in, and Tammy I think I'm preferring as my main striker, you know. Let's see how we do against Fiorentina. And let's have a look. Away from home against Fiorentina, Wilkinson in goal. That's the most British name I've ever heard. With Dorley, Popov, Luis Felipe and Traore at the back. It's a 4-3-3 with Amirat, Pulgar and Gravenberch, who I wanted still at Ajax when I was there. With Kalimuendo, Leao and Cadil. Rafael Leao making the change to Fiorentina. You don't really expect that, do you? As now the ball straight on Carlos Soler, as it's our first away game in the league. So staying in Italy. No travel sickness or travel bugs. Yes, I'm taking this a bit too serious, as I want a bright start. And that is a horrific challenge. It's going to be a yellow card because it wasn't through the back or anything, but terrible foul as it's into Dybala straight away. Dybala with a shot from range, and it's in the back of the net. That is what the fans wanted to see. What a goal, Paulo Dybala. Now the pressure's on them from the off here. What a strike it is, as I cannot believe that's gone into the, I won't say top bin, but just looped over the keeper to perfection and makes it 1. Really enjoyed that one as Oscar heads the ball down into Calamuendo though. They're going to try and attack straight from it because they've got to go attacking now. They can't sit back like bloody Atalanta did after they robbed a goal, as we're going to go forward with it here as well. Kovalevsky passing to Dybala. Dybala needs an overlap or something as he's going backwards. Finally gets one from Locatelli into Tammy. What a turn from Tammy Abraham. Shoots on. It's just wide. Delic with a ball across the field now onto Locatelli as he gives it on to Kovalevsky right here. Can we try and get Tammy another chance? Feed Abraham and he will keep on going as Kovalevsky is going to keep the ball right here though. Gives it to Dybala on the edge of the box again, you know. And I just had to try it as Wilkinson with the ball at his feet in goal right here as well. And he hammers one up the field. Dybala, get on that. Not as good heading as you were against Spartak Moscow as that ball's hammered forward as well. Locatelli wins his though. Very nice. Into Emi. Emi out wide into Kovalevsky. Dybala pointing to where he wants it. Across from Popov as he pops the ball away. As we've got a free kick right here as well. 35 yards out. Is this shooting range? I mean, we've got Paulo Dybala on our team who's just scored a screamer just a minute ago. Let's go for another one, shall we? From quite far out. And it's wide. Yeah, no surprise really as Amrabat tries to put one around the corner as well. Konza to intercept that onto Dybala again. And I see that move from Tammy Abraham, but I just can't fit the ball through to him as we've got the overlap as well onto Dani Carvajal. Carvajal whips it into someone's leg and pop off to pass it away. Gravenberch hammers it straight up the field. Can we win that? We do. Konza straight into Dani Carvajal again. That was terrible. As I can't believe it's only 1-0 at the moment with a wonder goal as well after we've dominated everything. Kovalevsky, keep that in. Oh, it's our ball anyway. Never mind. I'm not bothered. I thought it was going to be their ball as Konza. Oh, what is he playing at? Eric Konza losing the ball again. Rafael Leao's hard to catch, you know. And he's through on goal against Szczesny. And Szczesny does very well to avoid getting chipped off his line immediately. But Ezri Konza is a player I am very, very, very sceptical about. He's on thin ice with me as manager. Maybe Mbemba needs to come back into the starting lineup with Carlos keeping the ball away from him right here. Can we try and get a second after that mistake? It's out wide and onside for Perraud. Back post. It's going to be hammered home by Kovalevsky. What a goal. 2 wonder goals separating us. What technique are these players doing in training? I mean, practicing in training. Look at this. On the first time volley from Kovalevsky. That is magical stuff. No man in the way stopping that. And it's into the side netting. Carvajal has the ball right here as well. And he's going to give a pass into Kovalevsky. Kovalevsky through to Tammy Abraham. What can Abraham do right here? Can he cut inside of his man? Would have been a good chance. No, he can't. But the dangly-legged man keeps the pressure on. Keeper's done a poor kick if it's, in my opinion, as still we don't get there. Emi Buendia just flopping for headers as we've won the ball with Carlos Soler though. Straight onto a Buendia. Tammy pointing to where he wants it. Drop that off onto Cunha, who's come on now for Dybala. Yes, I've took the main man off, resting him, as we need to rest our best players. That's a good ball, disguised around the corner. Soler into Abraham at the edge this time. It's so difficult to get past the back four. Can't do it as Gravenberch onto Amrabat, onto Rafael Leao, and Konza does get it away right there, onto Dilic, onto Carlos Soler, and out to Emi. That's a foul, isn't it? It's not a clip, no? Okay, we'll keep on going on. Dilic with the ball. It's frustrating me a little bit this, but at least we do have the lead to hold on to. Carlos Soler into Emi Buendia. Can we get someone in front, please? Keep on going, Tammy. And that's a foul again. Still just a yellow, I feel. Yes, it is. As now Carlos Soler is our best free kick taker on the field. I shouldn't have took Dybala off. Just a lot of power and a bit of curl. Maybe does the trick. I don't think we could have done any better. Still not going in though, as Oscar passes it. Oh my days, they've got a man in the middle. Oscar, Szczesny's come out. Get that off the line, Perraud. Who takes a touch when they're trying to clear it off the line? That put the pressure on me, and I just think I cracked my knuckle punching the bottom of my table when that just happened. But still, we'll keep on going as on. I'll give it away to Gravenberch. I am in pain. It's Rafael Leao out to Cadil. Cadil back in the middle to Gravenberch. De Ligt with a tackle. Just literally 10 minutes to hold on. Cadil. Don't let them have one at least. As Hiram Traore's even on for them as well. A good right back. But Cadil, he goes into Traore. Traore straight at the front post though. Parade away. Mateus Cunha around the corner. And Tammy Abraham's going to try and get a bit of a run on there. Not a good one. On to Kalimwendo. Rafael Leao gets that goal I really didn't want them to get back. Look at his hair as well, jumping like a jellyfish. That's not a good thing. I'm not talking about his hair, of course, as well. I'm talking about the fact they've got the goal back. Rafael Leao, the ex-AC Milan man, hammers that into the top bin for a nervy ending. Can we just keep them out, though? As Weston McKennie on for Buendia, and he tried to take his man on. I thought he could do it with the pace and fitness he has, but obviously not the skill, as Gravenberch tries to put that disguised ball around the corner. Should be full time really, and is. Right, a big victory against 6th place right there, and that's funny saying as the Juventus manager, but we take everything we get at the moment. 2 wins from 2 to end the episode out. Well, at least we're moving in the right direction after, of course, the last manager getting sacked, so we're improving the club. Don't think you can say we've done a bad job with that. Up to 8th. As it's Udinese to start us off next time. As Varias wants a short-term deal to Genoa, I will let that happen. Of course, in January, when January comes around, it's only October though. I didn't realise it were actually that early on in the season. As next episode you can see vital games. Spartak Moscow again, Inter Milan, and Manchester United. The first time we've faced a Premier League team, I think? No, we've faced Everton, but a big a top 6 club. It's going to be exciting. As thank you guys for watching the first episode of the Juventus career. Really, it's episode 5 of season 5. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well, so you get notified on everything that happens in the future. And I will see you all in that future. Take care, in a bit, and peace.